Coolest name was your name?
Loba.
Ada Ifeoluwa.
Tolu Alash. Moliayo.
Toby.
Praise Victoria.
Fawaz, George, Adiniji Hafiz, Michael,
Yusuf.
Philip.
So guys, today we'll be asking Nigerians to mention their top three. I want to know your answers in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and watch to the end. Don't skip. Let's go, guys. Can you mention your top three most famous African leaders?
Okay, I'm going to start from the least famous. For the jokes, Mugabe.
Robert Mugabe.
Mugabe, I just felt he had this like funny vibe, especially towards the end of his time. He had this funny vibe. And secondly, this should be on everybody's list. Nelson Mandela.
Two. Okay.
He really did a lot for his country, for Africa, for black people. Mandela really did a lot. My favorite is Kofi Annan.
Kofi Annan of Ghana.
Yeah.
Why?
I think he was the first African Secretary General of the United
UN.
Nations.
Yeah.
Yes, he really put us on the map. These are people that did things to put us on the map. He really put us on the map. So yes, Mugabe, Mandela, and Kofi Annan.
Okay.
Number three.
Olusegun Obasanjo.
Olusegun Obasanjo. Then two.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. Then one.
Jomo Kenyatta from Kenya.
Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya. So why did you mention three of them?
They did significant things, especially Jomo Kenyatta. He was one of the anti-colonial people that helped Kenya to fight for their independence and yeah. So
Can you mention your top three most famous African leaders?
I would say Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi, three.
Number
Two.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, then one.
Yeah, and number one is Mandela, Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. So why did you mention three of them?
Let me say, based on my exposure, from what I've seen around, in and around of everywhere, I would say, yeah, those three are the ones I know the most.
Three should be Hosni Mubarak.
Hosni Mubarak of Egypt. Okay, then two.
That should be Muammar Gaddafi of Libya.
Then one.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela of South Africa. Okay, why did you mention three of them?
So Hosni is infamous for his terror in Egypt, same as Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. But Mandela is a different person. He's a nationalist and fought for the independence of South Africa. And a great guy. Suffered for his country and at least he's a hero.
Can you mention your top three most famous African leaders?
Robert Mugabe.
Robert Mugabe. Okay, then two.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. Then one.
Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Nnamdi Azikiwe. So why did you mention them?
They have significant importance in our nowadays generation or whatever. Like they have all contributed to something, and obviously Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first one. I actually like Robert Mugabe.
Yeah, Robert Mugabe.
Yeah. He's a funny man. His memes still live on. Like there's still memes about him.
It's funny memes.
Yeah, it's funny memes.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. Okay, then two.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela of South Africa. Then one.
Obasanjo.
Olusegun Obasanjo. So why did you mention three of them?
I mean, role models and they're great people.
Role models and great people.
Yeah.
Desmond Tutu.
Desmond Tutu, three. Then two.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. Then one.
Fumilayo Samkuti.
Fumilayo and some. So why did you mention three of them?
Actually, my favorite is Fumilayo Samkuti because I love her. Just love her.
Of what she has done, right?
Yeah.
Can you mention your top three most famous African leaders?
Three, this man Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. Okay, then two.
Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Nnamdi Azikiwe. Then one.
Then one, this one is very popular, Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. So why did you mention three of them?
Based on their past record, most of them are kind of heroes, especially Nelson Mandela. He fought for South Africa. So I can still say that about Nelson Mandela. Like, all of Africa knows him. Then this Gaddafi, the story as well, how he rules and all of those stuff. I think Gaddafi, then Nnamdi Azikiwe, I think he's very popular in Nigeria. I can't talk about Africa in general, but he's very popular in Nigeria. So
now three, let's go three.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Muammar Gaddafi. Okay. Gaddafi of Libya. Then two.
Desmond Tutu.
Desmond Tutu. Then number one.
Nelson Mandela, obviously.
Nelson Mandela. So why did you mention three of them?
Muammar Gaddafi was just a straight up terrible person. Actually, his reign was super strict and actually a dictator. So Nelson Mandela, I feel that he impacted history in a really positive African history in a really positive way. I feel that it's something that he definitely aims in that spot as like being one of the favorite leaders in Africa.
Can you mention your top three most famous African leaders?
for my number three, I'm choosing Obafemi Awolowo.
Obafemi Awolowo. Then two.
Desmond Tutu.
Desmond Tutu of South Africa. Yes. Then one.
Number one anywhere is Nelson Mandela. Everyone
Anywhere.
knows that. Number one, you know that man. He has that leadership skills. Like he fought for our freedom, and everyone like who doesn't like Nelson Mandela. Right from his storyline, you know, from the beginning, the prison stuff and that. So everyone likes him. He's got that leadership skill. You know,
So Nelson Mandela for you, number one.
number one. In fact, better than all our Nigerian leaders.
Ah,
Yes,
I did say that too. He said it too.
Yes.
So guys, I want to know your top 3 most famous leaders in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one, guys. Peace.